Hello and welcome, I'm Liam the Music Reviewer. I spent 4 hours trying to fix my PS4 last night and it's still not working. And today we're going to be discussing the new EP from WHARFWHIT called At My Wit's End. WHARFWHIT, if you don't know, is the moniker that Jamie Bould goes by. Again, sorry if I've messed up pronouncing his surname there. But Jamie, probably best known for his work with the sugary sweet pop band turned bleak indie rock outfit Kero Kero Bonito, along with Gus and Sarah, have just provided some of the most fun music that I've ever heard, at least this decade. I'm obviously a big fan of their work. I've already covered them like 3 times this year, probably a 4th time once the new album comes out. But I think regardless if you love or hate the band, Jamie's material as a solo electronic artist is quite a bit different. It's quite a bit different from a lot of electronic music that I tend to review. You think of the big kind of like electronic UK musicians and you'll probably think of Jamie XX, Igloo Ghost, Sophie, and while there's probably some similarities you could draw between just how kind of like fun and animated his stuff is here, I do think that what he's doing is quite a fair bit unique. There was the EP or mixtape, whatever you want to call it, that he released on Bandcamp. I think it was last year, called WHARFWHIT, which was basically like it was almost like a grime album. I think I'd be closer to say that it was more of like a rap album, where basically Jamie brought in all these like underground rapping talents to come on and basically just spit bars over his beats, and it wasn't great or even pretty good, because I do feel like it was still a bit rough. I don't know if that's the intention with how it's all mixed in that, but I kind of got a feeling of that it could have used like a bit more polish or that, but again, could totally be the intention that he was going for there. But it was different and it was fun, and I could very much say the same thing about At My Wit's End here, because I feel like Jamie's at sort of a fork in the road here, because at points he's definitely leaning more towards going for more kind of like bass orientated music, and then on the other hand it seems like he's going down some sort of like PC music, like just with that, like I say, with that whole kind of like playful vibe he's got going on. There's the opening song Crumble, which gives me a lot of like Inanimate Sensation vibes when I listen to it, because of how these vocals are used, like they're incoherent basically, so it's just there's no words there, but like they're basically made into instruments in their own right, and it's super catchy. Like it's almost it's just a lot of fun, and that's something that I'll probably end up keep saying for this entire review, because simply put, this EP is a lot of fun, though it's not like totally immaculate. The song that comes to mind first is the 3rd song on here, Sarah Bonito, I'm Sparkling, what's it called? Sweating But I'm Sparkling, which, like I say, it's got Sarah from KKB on it, and I just feel like her vocals are so, like, they're auto-tuned to the point where it just kind of like grates me a little bit, and I used to think that our vocals are really, really nice and cute saying that, and she's shown before, both on the KKB material as well as some kind of like deep cuts with like Sophie and that she's able to like really mesh in with like really overproduced and all over the place production. So I don't know what the decision was to make to go that route with like modulating her vocals and that, and if it was necessary, I don't know, I feel like a better job could have been done with it, because it just kind of gets to like a pitch where it just I find it sort of just a little bit annoying, which is a shame, because the actual production on this track is really entertaining. The production in general isn't ever like boring or stale. It does get a bit rudimentary by the closing track, Out the House, which just I feel like was a bit too prototypical. Mixing wise, I thought like with the hi-hats and such just could have been just a little bit better. I keep saying with the mixing, and I'm never sure if that's like the intention or not. But regardless of the intention or not, it's something that I just noticed, and it kind of like took away from my enjoyment of it, because sometimes it just feels sort of off kilter in that. But with this song, like there's at least like the kind of like comedic juxtaposition of like saying like, oh, they're happy to be out of the house doing their rounds, but it's all delivered in this like really, I don't know what the voice is, like I don't think it's Microsoft Sam, or maybe it is, but like the whole kind of like automated voice saying that, I thought it was quite funny, and I think just kind of like goes to show like some sort of wit on Jamie's behalf. Like I say, this is just a very sort of like vibrant release at points, and a lot of these songs could very much fit like a club environment, but not in the usual sense of when you think of a club environment, it's just like bare bones sort of like beats and all of that. Like there's not really much fun going on with them. Like you can kind of like predict like the drops and all that. Like there's none of that really. Like I feel like this was fun to listen to, but I can tell just by listening to it that it must have been a lot of fun to make, because Jamie just seems to like love messing about with all these different things that really shouldn't work too well. I'm fairly sure in the second song there's the use of banjos in that at some points, which really shouldn't fit well because it would just clash with how synthetic like the whole song is. But it's just it's almost hilarious at points with how well it works. But it's just a shame because I feel like it's still a wee bit away from being properly good. Or I would say it's good, but I feel like there's still like a lot of work to be done, because if it was like a fuller release, and I don't know, like maybe like I say, with like all my little gripes with the mix and production, that I feel like you could have a great project under him, Jamie, but there was a few gripes I had with this EP in general, which makes it sort of like a double-edged sword, where like I definitely was entertained and had a good time with this EP, but at the same time, especially with the last two songs, like it starts off really just it's interesting. It's very interesting EP at the start, and then by the third song, it's just kind of like it just starts to like feel like it feels like it loses focus a little bit, and then by the last song, it just feels a bit too sort of prototypical. And that, and on a rating scale, I would probably give this like a late 6 or something like that. But if you guys haven't listened to it, I would recommend listening to it, because I feel like it's only 4 songs long. Like you're not, if you've got like a spare like 50 minutes or however long this lasts, I can't remember for sure, then you've got real no reason not to give it a go, because especially with the fact that KKB are sort of like, they're still like a small artist as well, having like a solo project along with that, like they deserve to have like their stuff listened to, and even if you don't like it, then at least like you've gave it a go in that. So if you have listened to it, or if you haven't listened to it, like go listen to it, come back, let me know in the comments down below what you guys made of it. And yeah guys, as always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe and stay hydrated. I forgot to put water in this.